Discover. And I'm really excited to see how is this JCI Discover like smashing and impact and achieving one course. So I'm really curious. Well, my name is Anita. I didn't even say that. And I'm the local president in JCI Molde, which, as I said, is a small city in the Norwegian fjords in central Norway on the west coast. We are a really small chapter, but we have lots of projects and we are really international because we have members from a lot of different countries. So this year is going well, and I'm really excited to have Annika here. Um, because well, JCI Discover is a new course, as probably most of you know already. And Annika was actually in the committee that helped to design JCI Discover. Then you are really gonna get like the luxury today, because she's not just an amazing trainer, but she's also like an amazing person. She gives energy, and you will feel this today at the course. So she is not sitting with me in Molde, unfortunately. She's in Oslo because she's a member of JCI Innovation, which is one of the two chapters in Oslo, the capital of Norway. Well, she won good lots of prizes, Annika, because she was European champion and world finalist in public speaking in 2017, and then world champion in debating in 2013. And then now this year she's in the skills development committee. So that's when she helped to develop JCI Discover along with a lot of our courses, and especially is the committee that is working so hard to give us all the chapters the possibility to have these courses online. As I said before, this is an amazing opportunity, especially for small chapters, to get the best trainers that you can find on the world stage and in the JCI community. So, Annika, thank you so much for doing this for us today. And well, the floor is yours. Take it away. And thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you.
Well, let's see. Thank you so much, Anita, for that introduction. I am delighted to be here today with everyone from Norway, from Asia Pacific, from Africa. I think we might have someone today for this JCI Discover training. As I'm sure you all know, JCI Discover is brand new. It was released less than a month ago, and it's been given a couple of places around the world, but this is the first time we're doing it in Norway. I'm really excited, and I hope that this is going to be a good evening for all of you. Yes, Anita did a good introduction of me already. Just to say a bit more, I've been a JCI member for the past 13 years, and I've been on both national and local boards, and did a conference a couple of years ago. And in addition, I am very passionate about training, which is, well, the first reason why I'm here today, but also why I've chosen to serve on the Skills Development Committee this year. So let's see. This training here today is interactive. So there will be a bit of me talking, but there will also be a lot of you guys talking. And I expect and hope that all of you will bring your thoughts, your ideas, your inspiration, and your energy to everyone in this room. So let's get this started, shall we? And then, oh yeah, okay, before we start, I just have a few house rules, as we say. One of them is, again, be active. We only let active participants graduate. So if someone signed into this session and then left the computer on and don't participate, sorry, you will not graduate because you didn't learn anything. But all of you guys, I'm sure, are going to be active. You're going to participate in the discussions, in the trainings that we're going to do. And yeah, and with that, we will also do some check-ins along the way to see that you're still awake. If you have a question, you can raise your hand. Well, in one way, you could raise it in the window, but it's not sure I can see it because I can only see 4 videos. But there is a button on your Zoom I think it's under the participants where you can click and it says raise your hand. And Anita can help me look out for people who have questions. Or if it seems like you can just unmute yourself and ask the question, that's fine too. But I do ask when you're not speaking that you have your microphone on mute, because suddenly your neighbor's kid is going to start yelling, or a car is driving by or something like that. There will be a short break somewhere in the middle so we can get some more coffee. Is that all right with everyone? Are you ready? Yeah. All right. So, okay, let's go with JCI Discover. There we are. So the objectives of this training is threefold. This is a lot about discovering why JCI exists. We're going to look into what is the mission of JCI. And that session, that part of the session is a lot about the why of JCI. Then we're going to go into more a bit about leader and leadership, how you can develop that within JCI, and also how you as a leader can create sustainable impact in today's world. So hopefully by the end of this, I'd say probably 2.5, possibly 3 hours, we are going to have achieved some of these objectives. So in the world today, there are 3 types of people. Can someone read out what kinds of people are there out there? Delara, maybe? Did I say that right?
Did you mean me?
Yes.
Yeah. 3 types of people: those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what happened.
Yeah. Do you all know someone in each of these categories? Like you have the people who are just like, huh, what? How did I end up here? But of course, for us as JCI people, we do really want to be in the first group. We are the people who make things happen. We make things happen in our personal life, we make them happen in our professional life, and definitely in our communities. So also a little bit, just a check here. When it comes to what we do, people, we tend to do things according to our values. There are a lot of rules and bylaws in the world that kind of control how things are done, but there is more. There is more in the world to that. There are these values that drive us. Why something is important to Anita, which is not so important to me, but something that I think really highly, might not matter to someone else. And I would say often when we find people who share the same values that we do, those are the people we can really connect with. Just to give you a few examples of what values are, you can have personal values like ambition, responsibility, security, but it can also be fun, or friendship could be an important value to you, health, simplicity, comfort, commitment. All these things are what kind of matters to you the most. There are lots of different ways where you can discover your values. I remember when I was a member of ISEC many years ago, we did a lot of exercises in values where you got a list of 50 different values listed, and you had to pick out the 10 that you felt, okay, this is me. And when you have 10, you can narrow it down to 5, and then down to 3, and you find, okay, this is actually my 3 core values. If that is an exercise that you haven't done before, I would strongly recommend you do it. It's easy to do. You can just Google values checklist, and Google would give you an example, and you can sit and work for that for yourself. And just to say, I'm not sure if it's my one and only, it's definitely not my one and only value, but an important value for me is responsibility. So I want to make like that I am responsible is important to how things work for me. People should be able to trust that I do what I've said I've done. So now I've spoken for over 5 minutes, and I think it's definitely time for you guys. I will give you 30 seconds to just think through. You know your name, but I want you to pick a value that is important to you. I gave you a couple of examples before, so hopefully something comes to mind. And how is that one value, how can that benefit our society? So just think for a little bit, and then I will ask all our 11 participants to introduce themselves one by one. Well, Kim is asking if it's the single most important value. If you have one and you can think about it, sure, but don't panic if you don't know, oh, it's not something that you need to pick for the rest of your life, but feel something that is important to you today. Does that make sense? All right. Do we have someone who wants to volunteer to start presenting themselves? Just short, your name, where you're from, your most important value, and how that benefits society. Say you have about 15 seconds to introduce yourself. So short and sweet.
I can start.
Yes,
So
please.
my name is Lasse from Evolution, JCI Evolution. My chosen value is change. The reason I have it because the society is moving really fast, and I think it's you have to be open to change and be positive to change. If not, you're not gonna follow the society in the direction it moves.
Thank you. Right. Next person.
My name is Uchena, JCI Festac, Nigeria. My most important value is integrity. How it benefits society. Integrity is the connect between leadership and followership. It's what makes a leader to stand out. And I believe that if our leaders can be people of integrity, which I also hope to exhibit, we'll be able to make create positive impact and create trust in the system.
Thank you.
I'm Joel from India. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Joel from India.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Uh, my values are being trustworthy and how it benefits to the society. We need to be trustworthy when one should have to depend on us, and if there is no trust, then dependency would become not important. So we have to be trustworthy to others, make people to depend on us
Yeah.
without any kind of doubts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Camilla.
Hi, my name is Camilla. I'm from JCI Innlandet from Norway. And I think the most important value for me is ambition. And this is how I try to motivate the other to be better.
Thank you. Mohammed.
Yes. Hi, my name is Muhammad. I am from Syria, from Palestinian background. I'm from JCI Molda. So one of the most important values for me is to help the others, just to give help the others, or the helpless people. And the question is, my name and the most important, yes, one of the most important things, values, is to help the others. How does benefit society in society? For me, it's benefits. It gives benefit, give impact, or give it convey the voice for those who has not that voice, or those who are voiceless.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Should I go next?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So my name is Anita. Everyone knows that already. My most important value, I think, is perseverance. Because nothing, well, very few things in life comes without effort, and especially the big changes, like when you really want to do something to impact the world, that's not coming up from the sky. That's it needs effort, and you need to challenge yourself and to continue, and maybe you're gonna meet a lot of obstacles, and then you have to persevere. So therefore perseverance. And I think that if everyone would be that perseverant with their own goals and their own hopes, and then the world would really be a better place.
Thank you. Sonia?
Can I? Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Sonia Ahmadi. I am from JCI Evolution in Trondheim, Norway. And the most important value for me is purposefulness, to have a purpose, because I think that if I have a purpose, I will use my time effectively, and that's how I will be able to contribute to the society. And if I don't have a purpose, it won't be just a waste of my own time, but also I won't be able to contribute to the society.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kushan? Right. Thank you.
My name is Heidi Peterson. I'm from Norway. I'm also in Molde, where this course started. And my most important value is to be brave, and that will benefit society because it motivates people to believe in themselves and what they can do.
Thank you. Dilara?
Yeah. My name is Dilara. I'm from Kazakhstan and JCI Molde. And my most important value is honesty, because I think it directly connects with trust, and yeah, therefore it can increase trust in the society as well, and also maybe eliminate misunderstanding.
Thank you. Joachim?
There you go. Hey guys, my name is Joachim. I'm from JCI Evolution, and I think my number one core value would be accountability, because it has all the attributes that I want and need to survive in this world, like discipline and yeah, having a purpose.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, those are our values, and I see we had two people who thought change was their core value, but other than that, it was in one way quite diverse, but on the other hand, they do relate to each other, and I think we could probably recognize as like, oh yeah, that was a good one. I thought of several of the ones that you had. So values is what drives us. Values is what makes us go further. And it's not just people who have values. Organization has values as well. And I'm going to, the next part is the JCI's values. Those are put together in what we call the JCI Creed. The creed was written in 1946 by William Braunfeld. And it's something, in one way, people often react to it, especially in Norway. People, when they read it for the first time and they see it, if they're maybe not members yet, they react to it because, as you know, those of you who live in Norway know, we're a very secular society. We separate religion from other from our daily lives, and therefore the first sentence being that the faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life is a bit but what is important for us to know, and what is I think one of the key learnings in this course, is that also the author himself said that the creed can be interpreted to each person. So this is not one God. This is the person or the thing that you feel. If you are religious, it could be, if you're a Muslim, it would be Allah. If you're a Christian, it would be God. It's the God that you feel. If you're not a believer, I myself, I'm not religious, but I do like this thing that we had. It was a former national president of Norway who was campaigning quite hard for it, but it didn't go through. But he said, always give me an O. And that means that he wanted to change the creed to have faith in good. And that is something that I can relate to. I can have faith in the good. I can have faith in the good of humanity. Whereas the word God is a little bit trickier for me, but with the interpretation that is important, this is not a religious God. It's the one thing that you feel. With this, okay, I will read out the creed unless someone else wants to read out the creed for me.
I can do it if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay, we believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free men through free enterprise, that government should be of laws rather than of men, that Earth's great treasure lies in human personality, and that service to humanity is the best work of life.
Thank you, Sonia. We will not dig that much deeper into it now, but I want to bring this up. Before this training, you were all sent the workbook. From Anita sent you the workbook as a PDF. Does everyone have that? Open on their computer, or if someone had a time. It's if you didn't open it before, please open it now, because we will be using that throughout the session. On there, I think it's page 2. It actually has each line of the creed is explained. What is the interpretation from the person, William Braunfeld, who wrote this? So I would encourage you to, after this, read through the background and so on about the JCI Creed. All right, so do we have any more questions on that?
Excuse me, Annika.
Yes.
Like, where can I find this PDF that you have sent?
Anita sent you an email, I think, around 5 o'clock today with the link for the session. For the Zoom, it had a link for the Zoom, yes?
Anita, I haven't received that email. Maybe that's why I was panicking. I think it has gone to my supplepost, to the spam folder. Let's see.
Can you send your
yes, here in the spam. It's
okay.
in the spam. Yeah,
perfect.
I find it. Thank you.
Okay, so if you can open the PDF that is attached, that would be great. And then, yeah, so the creed you can read more about later on, because we are going to move on a little bit into section 1. understanding what is JCI's purpose. And the thing about understanding the purpose is I know we often do it, but wouldn't it be wonderful if we actually understood what the purpose is of every organization that we join, if the company that we work for, if we understand their purpose when we start, that would be good. Now, as it happens, we often get it after a while. And again, this is why we're having the JCI purpose as part of this course, so you understand what JCI is about. Simply put, JCI is about making change. I want to ask you, what is the difference between JCI and other NGOs, other non-governmental organizations? Can someone tell me, what does JCI do differently?
Different than what? The rest?
Than other organizations. Why are we different than the Red Cross? Why are we different than Rotary, than Lions?
There is an answer in the chat.
Yeah, Jenna says sustainable projects, but you can also speak out if you want to. You can unmute yourself.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Like, this is how I have experienced. It's my my personal perspective and understanding of JCI. In other organizations, there is like a lot of focus on helping others, you know, and stuff like that. But in JCI, there is this first and foremost focus is to firstly develop yourself, and then through developing yourself, develop projects that will also contribute to the society and will bring about a change in the society. That's how I have experienced JCI, and I think that's the unique side.
Thank you.
For me, it's like this unique is because we know that teacher or people who are China now, they were in the same position as we are now. For example, everyone start in the same position. We are in the same courses. So you, Annika, I think you understand us now. So you know how we feel it. This is magic in this.
Yeah, that we kind of walk the same path. Yeah. One last person want to?
I can add something. I think what JCI does differently than other organizations is that it empowers the people to do the change. So like I've been like a volunteer in other organizations as well, like for example Save the Children, and then of course it's great and you have campaigns and you have something that you have to follow, and it's not, well, it's about the word out there, but it's never about you. While JCI managed to combine like how to empower yourself in order to be able to empower others.
Yeah.
I think it's this double perspective that is amazing in JCI.
Yuval, you raised your hand.
Yes. Maybe I will add something. As Sonia said, maybe others organizations working with to help the others, to give help to the others or the helpless people. But in JCI organization, it plants morals in its members. So it's try to build the personality, try to build the person. So this person can to build the society or to put impact in the society. So it's more important, I think, than others organization, because try to build the society, try to put some morals into society. So in this way, this society or these people will flourish by the time.
Thank you. Yuval, you had a last comment. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, the JCI is a one organization which works for the youths, work for the benefit of the youth, as it has a age bar. It's 18 to 40. So more concentrated on the youths rather than the other organization. If we compare, it is more on community development and not concentrated much on the youth,
Yeah.
I believe.
And that is exactly what, and I hope that's rightly pronounced, how he wrote it in a chat. Yeah, thank you. You are, I think most of you are spot on, because the official PowerPoint slide says what is unique for JCI is that we are providing development opportunities. Sonia said it good, that we are developing our people so that our people can change the world. And we are empowering these young leaders. There is a focus. We are between 18 and 40 years old. And also, again, this thing about creating sustainable solutions. And why is this important? We are next going to go into, let's see, the golden circle video. Here is that every organization needs to know their why. And this golden circle is something that has become, I've heard a lot about it the last couple of years. I think it was actually Simon Sinek who introduced the concept. He talks about it very well. If you're interested to learn more about an organization's why, Google Simon Sinek. But here we are going to see a little bit about how an organization is built up. I do hope the volume will be all right. Let's see.
What makes some companies more successful than others? It's the way they think and communicate. Most companies start their story with telling you what they sell. Some will also tell you how their product is different. And then nothing. Successful companies flip it around. They first tell you why they sell something, because they believe in healthy living. Then how? By handpicking the most nutritious foods. Only then do they tell you what they sell. Fancy a bite? From why to how to what. That is Simon Sinek's golden circle. The effects? Companies using the golden circle sell more products for a higher price, and people like to work for them. Why it works? Our brain is like a golden circle. The outer part does language, ratio analysis, but the inner part is the one to actually take decisions. It does not respond to language and ratio, it responds to emotions, beliefs, dreams, to why. By communicating from the inside out, you get heard right where it matters, where decisions are being made. So, about to tell your story? Then start with the heart. Start with why.
Great. So you guys, next I'm going to ask you to bring out your workbook. Let me just check which page it is. If you haven't opened your workbook before, now is the time to do so. There we go. In your workbook, can someone help me? On page 5. Yeah, 6. Or actually 5. Well, let's start with, I want you guys to reflect a little bit by yourself about what is JCI's golden circle. Why do we exist? How do we do, and what do we do? So yeah, I'm going to give you 2 minutes of silence, and after that we're going to get into pairs. So do you think, I hope you all brought a pen and paper so you can write out your ideas about JCI's golden circle. Okay, did some ideas start to pop into your heads? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put you into breakout rooms. So you will be 2 people in each room. And I want you guys to discuss what is it that, what is JCI's Golden Circle? So share your ideas that you had already. And after that, we will do a little bit of sharing all of us. So I will put you into a breakout room. I ask you to talk to the person. If you can, have the video, and it's easier to talk to someone if you're seeing them. And in the breakout room, there is also a possibility that says, I think it's ask for help or something like that. There's a button. If you press that one, I will be notified, and hopefully I can help you as well. Any questions before the breakout rooms? All right. You have 5 minutes in this breakout room, okay? 5 minutes. I will let you know. Okay. Open all rooms.